Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the fascinating topic, the science of flight and the forces that keep planes in the air. It begins with a roar. Engines thunder. The fuselage shudders. The runway disappears. And then, almost magically, you're in the sky. But this isn't magic. It's science. Precise, complex, beautiful science. Flight, one of humanity's greatest achievements, is not simply about wings and speed. It's a delicate balance of invisible forces, working in harmony to lift metal giants into the air and keep them there. So what really keeps a plane from falling out of the sky? Let's break it down. There are 4 fundamental forces that govern every flight: lift, weight, thrust, and drag. Each one is powerful, but it's their balance that makes flight possible. Imagine them as players in a constant tug-of-war, each pulling in a different direction, yet together creating something astonishing. Let's begin with lift. Lift is the upward force that counters gravity. It's what pushes the plane into the air and holds it there. But where does lift come from? Look at the wing. Wings are not flat. They're curved on top and flatter on the bottom, a design known as an airfoil. As air flows over the wing, something amazing happens. The air traveling over the curved top speeds up, while the air under the wing moves slower. This difference in speed creates a difference in pressure. Lower pressure above, higher pressure below. That pressure difference pushes the wing upward. That's lift. It's a silent, invisible force, but strong enough to defy gravity. And speaking of gravity, that's weight. Weight is the downward force caused by gravity pulling on the plane's mass. It acts on every part of the aircraft: the fuselage, wings, engines, passengers, even the fuel. For flight to occur, lift must overcome weight. Too much weight, the plane won't leave the ground. Too little lift, the plane stalls and falls. The balance is precise and unforgiving. Next comes thrust. Thrust is the force that propels the plane forward. It's created by the engines, whether jet, propeller, or turbofan. It's not just about speed. Thrust is what allows air to flow over the wings, which in turn generates lift. No forward motion, no lift, no flight. Thrust has to be strong enough to overcome the final force: drag. Drag is resistance. It pushes against the aircraft as it moves through the air. There are different types of drag: parasitic drag from the plane's shape, induced drag from lift itself, and friction from air rubbing against the surface. A sleek, aerodynamic design reduces drag. A clunky, unshaped one increases it, so for stable flight, thrust must overcome drag, just as lift must overcome weight. That's the dance. Lift versus weight. Thrust versus drag. 4 forces, constantly adjusting, constantly fighting for control. Now imagine a plane in level flight. Lift equals weight. Thrust equals drag. The aircraft cruises steadily, slicing through the sky in balance. But change any one of those forces, and everything shifts. Increase thrust, the plane speeds up. More air moves over the wings. More lift is generated. The plane climbs. Reduce thrust, speed drops, lift decreases. The plane descends. It's dynamic. It's alive. Every turn, every climb, every descent, it all comes down to these 4 forces in motion. But the science doesn't stop there. Modern aircraft use sophisticated control surfaces to manipulate these forces. Ailerons on the wings tilt the plane side to side, allowing it to roll and turn. Elevators on the tail make the nose pitch up or down. Rudders swing the nose left or right, controlling yaw. Together, these surfaces don't just steer the plane, they sculpt the air itself. And what about turbulence? When air becomes unstable, Whether from mountains, storms, or temperature shifts, the forces become unpredictable. Lift might fluctuate, drag may spike. But the aircraft, designed with flexibility and resilience, adapts. Pilots adjust control surfaces, engines modulate thrust, and the invisible symphony of flight continues. It's not just brute power keeping planes airborne. It's constant, fluid negotiation with the atmosphere. And then there's altitude. As a plane climbs higher, the air becomes thinner. Fewer air molecules mean less lift and less drag. Engines work harder. Wings must be more efficient. That's why jetliners cruise at altitudes around 35,000 feet, a sweet spot where drag is low, fuel efficiency is high, and lift is still reliable. But go too high, and even those massive wings won't help you. The air up there is too thin. Lift fades. The ceiling is reached. Once again, nature sets the limit. From paper gliders to supersonic jets, the principles remain the same. Even birds obey them, adjusting wing shape, flapping to generate thrust, angling feathers to control lift and drag. Flight isn't just a human achievement. It's a universal law, an ancient physics that governs anything that leaves the ground. But humans have taken it further. We've built machines that cruise faster than sound, that carry hundreds across oceans in hours, that defy gravity, not by breaking its rules, but by understanding them. Every takeoff is a physics equation. Every landing is a ballet of precision. Every moment in the sky, a triumph of science. So the next time you peer out the airplane window and see the ground drifting away, remember, you're not just flying. You're suspended in a miracle of forces. Invisible, relentless, perfectly balanced. Lift, weight, thrust, drag. Simple in theory, extraordinary in practice. This is the science of flight. And this is how we conquer the sky. If you find this content valuable, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more mind-expanding educational content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.